Okay, so we are going to make lasagna for dinner, and it's going to be a Serbian guy,
A Japanese guy,
and a French guy.
making Italian food. So I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, let's get started. Okay. So what you're going to do is cut the onion into smaller pieces. You don't really need to chop it too finely, just small pieces will do.
Which size do you want for the carrots?
They need to be really small. And what I'm gonna do here is I have celery and I have mushrooms, which are also gonna be put into tomato sauce. So I'm going to chop these into pieces while they're doing their stuff over there.
Everything inside this?
Yes, please.
Carrots plus mushrooms plus onions?
Well, as much as you can fit in.
Okay.
And the celery.
The best for the end.
So the ingredients for this lasagna are going to be a tomato sauce. It's a very simple, very basic lasagna. Pasta, which I have there actually. Tomato sauce, which is going to be made from tomato pulp. Onions, carrot, celery, and that's pretty much it. The only other things we're going to add are cheese and meat, and that's it. But this is what they're doing. So let me blitz that for you. Okay. Now the good thing about this is, as you can see, I don't have any professional equipment or anything, but literally any kind of equipment you can get works. So here we go. When you're using this kind of blender, make sure to pat the bowl, because the big pieces tend to stay on top. So when you pat the bowl carefully, they're going to fall in the middle, so you can blitz everything evenly. Okay, so this is what we end up with. Next, carrots and celery.
Oh, really? And they
That's
sheet
okay.
cakes.
So this is going to suffer the same fate. There we go. This is already getting really small, but I want to chop it up even more, so I'm going to add a little bit of water. Not much. Just a little bit. It's going to help. It's going to help lubricate things. So. The reason I added some water in this batch is because if you leave the mushrooms too big, then the lasagna is going to have too much of an earthy flavor. But blending them really small gives a nice hint of flavor without overpowering the other ingredients. And there we go. What we're doing now is I've put the pan on medium heat, and I'm going to add a generous amount of olive oil. Into this goes our vegetable mix first. So what this is going to do is, wow, the onion is really strong. So what this is going to do is caramelize all of the natural sugars from the vegetables and let all of the oils evaporate, start evaporating, start heating up. All of the flavors are going to get mixed together, and we're going to end up with a beautiful base for the meat and the tomato, which we're going to add later. One important thing, no salt yet. We're going to add salt later, because if we add the salt now, it's going to desiccate, it's going to pull the moisture out of the vegetables too quickly, and we don't want that. So we want the sugars to caramelize, but we don't want the salt to pull the moisture out of the vegetables first, before the sugars have the chance to caramelize, if that makes sense. Now it's time to add the meat. There we go. Make sure to break it up into smaller pieces and mix it with the vegetables fairly well, because you don't want huge clumps of meat in your lasagna. Most of the vegetables have melted away. The meat is already gray. It's going to brown. So what we're going to do now is add some spices and herbs. One of the most important herbs for this kind of dish is oregano. I have dried oregano here, which I'm going to liberally add to my mix. Right? Oregano goes in. Garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you want. You can use garlic powder if you want. Both are okay. So after we added the oregano and the garlic, we're gonna add some of my favorite spice, black pepper. Lots and lots of black pepper. Of course, like I said, like I always say, if you don't like black pepper, don't add as much. If you do like black pepper, add more, it's up to you. Next is salt. I'm going to use Himalayan pink salt. You can use kosher salts, you can use anything you want. There we go. That's good for now. Mix this again. Let it fry for a moment. And then we're going to add the tomato. Goes in. I don't want to throw this away, so I'm going to rinse it with a little bit of water and add that to the pot as well. There are some chunks of tomato in this, but after cooking for a while, they're going to dissolve. So we're going to end up with a nice and smooth tomato paste. What we're going to do now that most of the tomato has melted away is add some olives. There we go. Yuta, do you like olives?
I'm craving now.
Here, this is the last one. We can have it. Wait. Give me that.
This is what I want.
Right, I'm going to let the olives cook in whole, and this is pretty much done. So the next step we're going to do after letting the olives cook for a minute or two is we're going to start layering the lasagna and then put it in the oven. Okay, so it's time to layer the lasagna actually. If you take a look here, what I have is the cooked lasagna sauce, which has, well, you've seen what we started off with. This is what it came down to. And the final ingredients that I'm going to add are a little bit of yogurt or fresh cream, whatever you have, just for the flavor and for the consistency. A little bit, not too much. A couple of tablespoons. This is also going to replace the white sauce or the bechamel sauce, which most people add to lasagna, which we're going to omit today simply because of time constraints, but if you want, you can add white sauce as well. Right. And 1 egg. There we go. Okay. Mix the egg well, and the only purpose of this egg, it's completely optional, but its only purpose is to help the stuffing. Who's humming in the background? The only purpose of the egg is to help the sauce come together. Okay, so now that we've mixed all of the additional ingredients, it's time to layer the lasagna. And what you want to do is take the pasta. Now, before you say anything, a lot of the people say that you need to boil the pasta before putting it in lasagna, and that's perfectly fine. If you do, it's going to soak up some water before it soaks up the sauce. And this also depends a lot on your oven. What kind of oven are you using? If you have a combination microwave oven and regular oven like I do, you might want to leave the pasta uncooked so it can soak up all of the liquids from the sauce itself rather than soaking up the water from boiling. Before we put the pasta in, we need to add a little bit of sauce to the bottom. This is going to help prevent the lasagna from sticking, and it's going to lubricate everything. So I'm going to layer my lasagna into the sauce. And while I'm doing this, you guys enjoy some background music. Ta-da! Let's put it in the oven. Take a look. So, lasagna is in the middle. Goes in. Fortunately, in my oven, I have a lasagna setting.
You were right.
That's that.
And it's done. We're gonna have our lasagna in about half an hour. Okay, the lasagna is ready, so we're gonna take it out of the oven. I hope you like what you see. Take a look. Lovely, isn't it?
Looks like a cake.
It's not a cake, but
It smells like cheese.
so let's slice it.
Wow.
Get this.
It's like a...
You might want to come closer. Right, next.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Craving. Craving for this.
Okay, that's pretty much it. It might not look perfect, but it's delicious, I assure you. And okay, let's see. See what this looks like inside. See, there's the pasta layers. And there's the cheese. Gentlemen, please do try the lasagna. Now!
On the one side, you
Look at that thing.
I'm craving for this.
It's food.
It is. Oh. Mr. Frenchman, what do you think?
I think that it brings back me to some memories. So this is really good.
What kind of memories does it bring back?
Lasagna from France, like handmade lasagna, nothing better than that.
Yeah, that's gonna be in one of the next videos. Handmade pasta.
Don't want to spoil anything.
It's actually really good.
Really? You like it?
Yes.
Good. So, watch us in the next video while we're eating and discussing how each of us learned English. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Bye bye.
Yeah, say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye
Peace
YouTube.
out.